It's Wednesday video time. It's Wednesday video time. Just wanted to make sure you were paying attention. Today, it's Friday. And you know what happens on Friday? It's Friday video time. You know why? Because the board says so. It's Friday video time. Hey folks, today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics ever, and that is creative business planning. Now, before you panic because I put the words planning and business in the same phrase, let me assure you that this video has nothing to do with traditional MBA models of planning for your business or left-brainer type tools. I'm not going to talk about taxes. I'm not going to talk about none of that jazz. This is for artists. This is for creative types. This is for your creative genius that just knocks at your door 24 hours a day or whenever he wants to show up or she wants to show up. And why am I talking about this? Because I bet that if you're here, it's because you struggle with pinpointing exactly what you love the most. I bet your bio looks something like, I'm a multi-passionate, I'm an artist, / designer, / cupcake maker, / writer, / blogger, / mom, / daughter, and the slashes keep going. If you're like that, I bet you have a really hard time planning for your business because you don't know what to give priority and you don't know exactly what you need to do because you're wearing all these hats. Now, as a slasher myself, I'm going to share with you what has worked with me like a charm in planning for my business. So I live by 3 mantras, 3 mottos that I stick with because it just works for me. So let's see if one of the 3 you can tackle yourself, you can borrow yourself, and I'm going to be thrilled if you do. I want you to be as successful as you can. So I'm going to share them with you. Number 1 mantra I put my hand on fire for. Stick to 1 or 2 unbreakable commitments. Things that no matter what happens, you better show up. An example of that are these Friday videos. I actually was so embarrassed to put myself on camera. And I know that might seem hard to believe because I'm like dancing now and I'm like being goofy and I'm like already feeling the groove about these videos. Well, the first ones didn't look at all like this one. And not only that, but I was like, I'm going to be honest with you folks. One of the main reasons why I didn't want to put myself on camera is because I said, I'm going to look fat on video. And that's the truth. I used to weigh like 100 pounds in my dance years when I used to be a competitive dancer. And I was like, just the vanity was kicking in. I was like, there's no way. I'm embarrassed to look at myself like, oh, I look all chubby. And that's the truth. It's kind of embarrassing to share it because you're going to seem like, Mayi, is that your only hesitation? But I bet that there's a girl out there, there's a lady out there, there's a woman out there that that is feeling the same way, that their reason why not putting themselves on camera is this excuse, that it's important for them, maybe not important for the rest of the world, but the fact that it's important to you suffices. So, to get rid of my insecurities, I ask myself, Mayi, why is this important for you? 2 things matter to me more than anything else. The first thing is that I wanted real connections with my readers. Not just engagement like, oh, I loved what you wrote or hi, I kind of like what you're doing. No, I like to read like the very chunky type comments, the ones that involve storytelling, the ones that involve my clients spilling open. So I said to myself, if I spill open more, and the only way to spill open is through video, at least for me, because I'm not a good writer. I have a lot of typos. English is not my first language. So I said to myself, I really need to take advantage of the fact that video exists and the fact that people like to see videos and just get it over with. And the second thing that was very important for me is that I was going to be on national television. I got a gig to do DIY projects on national television, and I had never been on TV or even on a YouTube video, even on a Vimeo video, or never on public form on a video, just like my family, like vacation type VCRs videos. And then I asked myself, if I want to be good at that, something that's so important for me, I wanted to be on TV my whole life. Martha Stewart has been one of my biggest idols. The TV Foot Network stars I watch them every single day, and I've been preparing myself for that gig. And I asked myself, now that I got it, I'm gonna get fired because I speak too fast, because I haven't practiced. So I said to myself, okay, Mayi, this is your time. You're already gonna be wearing makeup. Do you think I wear makeup for work? No, I'm wearing makeup because I'm coming from the channel. So you're already gonna be wearing makeup, you're gonna be dressed up, not in your pajamas like you are 95% of your time. So this is the perfect opportunity. So when you see that the cosmos aligns and the circumstances that you have in front of you lead for you to commit to something, it's not a coincidence, folks. Embrace, take the leap when you see that the whole world and planet is aligning for you to be successful. If that is happening, that's your big break. It might not be hitting you in the face, but a combination of signs, that's serendipity. That's life unfolding for you to be epic, for you to be grand. So commit to 1 or 2 unbreakable commitments, and you'll see that life is going to start getting a lot more interesting for you, and your business is going to grow like to amazing new heights. The second thing that works like a charm is to leave space for wiggle room. So while I commit to being here every Friday, I actually don't know what I'm going to talk about until that morning. So I like to be spontaneous. I like to share things that I'm feeling at the moment, that I have been feeling all that week, things that are important for me, things that have happened. Because I can't share things that I just like, oh, I better be talking about this because No, it's things that I think I have a say in, things that I've experienced that I can share firsthand. So because I'm not a good mask wearer, I actually leave room for unpredictability. And that comes more natural, in my opinion. So I'm actually going to show you some of my little tools. I made these to-do bookmark notes. The fact that they work for me is because they don't have dates on them. They only have little circles that I check mark as I accomplish my tasks. I say that each of these bookmarks needs to be accomplished in a week time. So while I don't say on Monday I need to do this, on Friday I need to do this, on Wednesday I need to do this, I say in a week time I better accomplish all these things because they need to get done for me to advance to the next level. So that works for me better. I don't like to wake up on a Wednesday when I'm feeling like I need to craft a DIY and then say, no, Mayi, you can't craft a DIY because today you have to do a blog post. I don't feel like doing a blog post. I'm going to do a crappy blog post. So I better leverage that inspiration that I have in the craft department, do my headband, and then maybe on Thursday I'm feeling more like writing something and I wipe out that article that needs to get done for me to show up for my blog. So write down everything that's important that needs to get done, but don't stick to a date. Don't stick, because then you're going to feel incarcerated. You're going to feel so pressured. And that's what destroys your creative genius. So leave room for wiggle room. And the last but not least strategy that I use for planning my business is that I think about the thing that I hate to do the most, and I add some sprinkles. A great example of that is the finance department. I used to hate the number. I used to hate the tax part. I actually still hate the tax part. But the part about money, the part about finances, I had a huge breaking point when I listened to Michelle Ward's and April Wool's interview Inside Entrepreneur. I heard Michelle, and Michelle is the When I Grow Up coach, in case you missed it. Michelle said something like, don't think about your finances like, oh, I need to do my finances, because that's so boring. You need to think about it like, show me the money. I'm going to go count the money. And then all of a sudden, just that shift in mentality, I feel like I'm the Monopoly bank every single time I'm counting my money, my earnings, So here's actually an extra tip. I'm gonna show you. I bought myself the cutest little calculator, and that way, every single time I sell something, I add it up, and each day, I don't like to accumulate things. So, because I know I'm going to be dreading, counting 30 days worth of things, I actually count my earnings each and every single day. So if I sold 5 headbands, I count 30 plus blah, 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 and then I add it to my Excel sheet. Only touching this gets me in the mood to count my money. I add it to my Excel sheet. And then what I do is I have another Excel sheet where I add what I spent. I also spend money because I do investments, I buy programs, I buy myself gadgets, and I also buy myself cute things that my friends make that I just can't help myself. So I also have to add up the stuff that I'm investing or that I'm going out shopping. And that's super important, folks, because if you're not making money, you need to know that. You can't wait till the end of the year to figure out that you weren't creating a sustainable business. So, a calculator in hand and a shift on mentality with a little sprinkles and chocolate coating might really do the trick for you. So let me know how that works out for you. This was all for today, folks, but I have an announcement to make. Based on all this business planning jazz that I'm thrilled about, I got together with my friend April Bowles and I created a business planning guide specially designed for you creative types to make room for your creative genius. Today is the last day to buy it for the very juicy discounted price because it's in pre-launch, it's in pre-sale. So if you want to get a hold of that, I'm adding a link below so you can get it. And if you do, please let me know how you like it because I just love hearing your feedback and that's so important and precious to me. So this was all for today, folks. I'll see you next Friday video time.